Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on whatever time you're seeing this. I hope everyone's having an amazing day. Hope everyone had an amazing weekend. Hope everyone had an amazing week. And I hope everyone's feeling blessed today because you got another opportunity. If you're watching this video, then you're alive and you're breathing, and hopefully you're in good health. Today, I wanted to speak on something a little bit different than my norm, and that topic being adults or adulthood, what it means to be an adult, and how our childhood traumas, childhood experiences affect our adulthood. So to get right into it, and my bad, my nose is gonna be running because it is cold. That's why I'm in the car right now, because I don't feel like being inside the house, and I don't feel like walking around because it's too cold. But I'm still gonna get this video done for y'all. So to hop right in, adulthood. Now, the definition of an adult means a person who is fully developed or fully grown. Now, I know that definition is more than likely talking about our brain development and our body development as far as being fully developed and fully grown. And I understand that. But to change the perspective on that definition just a little bit, let's talk about the ones that we know, because I'm sure we all have experienced this. Let's talk about the adults that are carrying around their childhood traumas or are carrying around their childhood experiences, because we all know that there are grown children out there that exist. We all know that there are people out there that they get older with age, but as far as mindset, as far as perspective, as far as who they are as a person, they're not growing old. They're not maturing. They're not growing into being an adult. They're just aging into an adult. So I'm shivering too. But so to continue on that, a lot of our experiences and how we carry ourselves when we grow up is affected or is a result of how we were brought up. A lot of us were brought up in broken homes. A lot of us may have been brought up in abusive homes or in homes that lacked love, didn't have a lot of love. Maybe we didn't have a lot of connection with our siblings or with our parents. Maybe we learned to not trust everyone so easily. Maybe we learned not to give too much of ourselves to someone. Maybe we learned not to go out of our way to help someone because we may have been wronged in the past. Maybe we were lowballed, or maybe we were backstabbed, or maybe we were just treated badly as a child. And I know that the spectrum, as far as the range from bad to worse to terrible, ranges based off of each of our experiences, but there isn't anyone out there that had a perfect life. Yes, you may have had both parents in your home, and yes, you may have had better situations than others, but no one had a perfect life, a perfect childhood. Everyone's parents did the best that they can based off of the experiences that they had and the experiences that they learned from whenever they were children. And as a result, they raised you in the best way that they knew how. They raised you in a way that they felt a kid should be raised, or maybe they raised you better than they were raised. Maybe they raised you in hopes of raising you to set you up for a better opportunity than they had. Maybe they raised you in the same way that they wished that they were raised as a kid. I say all this to say that if you are thinking about having a kid, if you are thinking about bringing a child into this world, then my advice would be to heal from your own past traumas first. Get to the bottom of what made you who you are today. Get to the bottom of what experiences affected you dramatically when you were a kid, and that led you to perceiving the world and perceiving life the way you do now. And ask yourself, are you happy with how you see life now, how you perceive the world now? If your answer is anything other than yes, then I'd say take the time to grow and develop. Take the time and change your perspective and the way you view life into a way that you can be happy about, that you can be proud of. Because you don't want to bring a kid into this world and you're still carrying around scars, or not scars, but you're still carrying around the weight that you picked up whenever you were a kid. Because all that's going to do is transfer that weight onto your child, onto your little one. Because you're going to raise that kid in the best way you know how. And if you didn't know, or if you didn't learn how to properly handle your problems, how to properly deal with hardships, how to properly deal with difficult situations, then those are things that you're going to instill in your kid. And then that cycle is going to continue until eventually, hopefully later on down the line, someone picks up on this cycle, someone picks up on this curse, so to speak, and they decide to go out of their way to change. They decide to go out of their way to break this curse, to break this cycle, to break those chains. But instead of putting all that weight, all that pressure onto someone else, onto a future kid that they don't know any better, they don't know that their great-great-great-grandpa or their great-great-great-grandma was dealing with all these things, but they know that whatever their great-great-great-grandparent was dealing with, they're getting affected by it too, because their kids were raised in the way that was determined by their kids were raised in a way that was based off of all that person knew, and then the cycle continued to go until it reached that certain person. Don't throw all the weight on that one person. Help them out. Help your future generation out. Help your future seed out. Your future bloodline out. Help them out. Start that growth right now so that it's a little bit easier for them whenever they get in your position. I know whenever I started to make these changes and grow as a person, I started to realize that a lot of the things that I'm dealing with are the same things that my aunts were dealing with, that my uncles were dealing with, that my dad, my mom, that my grandparents were dealing with, that my cousins were dealing with, you know? But not everyone realizes that that's what's going on, that these traumas, these demons, these cycles are just getting passed on. Not handled, but passed on. Swept under the rug and just kept there until the next person comes and owns the house. That's no way a bloodline should be upheld. That's no way that a person should have to live with these traumas, with these problems being swept under the rug. Because eventually there is going to be an instance or a situation or a circumstance that causes these problems to arise again. And you're just going to be repeating that same trauma. Whatever happened to you, you may be repeating it to your kid. You may not realize it in the time, because to you that may seem normal. That may seem like what a parent should be, what an adult should be. But in actuality, it's just the simple fact that you refused to grow. You refused to go back and heal from those problems. And as a result, your kids are going to have to face that same exact fate. And no one wants to do that. No one wants to walk into a situation where you feel trapped, where you feel like you can't get out, where you feel stuck. No one deserves that. Everyone deserves an opportunity to live a life that they want. Everyone deserves a chance to figure out who it is that they want to be. Everyone deserves the free will and the opportunity to grow and to learn from their own mistakes and to learn from others' mistakes and to learn how to deal with their own problems, or the opportunity to learn how to deal with their own problems, to learn how to deal with their own traumas, to learn how to deal with their own demons. We all deserve that. That's why God gave us free will, to where we can make our own decisions. But if your decisions are predetermined based off of demons that have been being fought, or if your destiny or your life is already predetermined based off of the demons that the people before you refuse to fight, or the qualities and habits that the people before you refuse to deal with and handle, or to drop and change or to remove from their lives altogether, then life becomes a little bit harder. Life becomes just a little bit stressful, a little bit more stressful. Life becomes just a little bit more depressing. Life becomes just a little bit less enjoyable, because now you're not only carrying your own demons and your own insecurities and your own battles and your own problems and traumas, but you're carrying the ones of the people that walked before you. And again, or not again, but to tie it back into the topic as far as what it means to be an adult, the definition was to fully grow and to develop. I feel we should all take the time to fully grow and develop, to fully grow past the traumas, the situations, the circumstances, the experiences that we all experienced as a kid. Because I'm sure we all have experiences that we did go through as a kid that do affect us traumatically or dramatically right now as an adult. And as a result, you perceive the way, or you perceive the world in the way that you were taught, in the only way that you know how. And as a result, you're living the life that your parents lived, that your great-grandparents lived. You're viewing yourself in the same way that they viewed themselves. Yeah, they're probably a lot better at hiding it now, and that comes with age, I'm sure. But you don't want to be like that. You don't want to be carrying these same demons with you all the way up until you're 60, 75, 80. You want to be able to reach a certain age, certain point, and be free from these demons, free from these traumas, free from these weights and these burdens that you carry on your shoulders every day, that again you picked up as a kid. You want to be free from those things. You want to be able to tap into your inner child as an adult in a healthy way. You want to be able to have a good time, to enjoy the things that you enjoyed as a kid, to do the things that you did as a kid freely without having to worry about this demon or this thought or this emotion popping its head back up, all because it was undealt with in the past. You want to be free, and be free. If you lack guidance, then search for guidance, seek guidance, seek love, and seek fulfillment. Not through anything of this world, but allow God to take those chains and break them right before your eyes. Allow God to lay his hand on you so that you can grow, so that you can feel what true love feels like, and so that you will know and be guided and have a light to guide you and to light your path, so that you can set your kids up, set your great grandkids up, set your future bloodline up for success. Not worldly success, but success as far as having the best life that they can, the most enjoyable life that they can, through a relationship with God, through a strong and good and healthy relationship with themselves. So, with all that being said, I think we should all take the time to revisit that kid, revisit that inner child. Let them know that it's okay. You're older now. You know that you went through hard things. You know that you went through hard times. You know that you've dealt with some traumatic experiences. And it's okay, because you're here now. The current you, the grown you, the adult you, you're here now, and you're going to figure it out so that you can set that little child free, so that you can allow that inner child to grow, to be free within yourself, your adult self now, and so that you can stay in tune with that kid. Because life's so much more enjoyable when you can sit back and laugh at the silly things, laugh at the goofy things, enjoy the small things that brought you joy as a kid that you may have stopped doing solely because a parent, an abusive parent, or an abusive person in your life, or a bully or whatever it is that you went through, so that you're able to enjoy it freely and to the full extent. There are things that I'm sure you enjoyed as a kid that you can do and enjoy even more now that you're an adult, because you have the means to do it, you have the money to do it, you have the time to do it. You can have the self-respect and the self-love to do it, the freedom to do it. All it takes is you going back and revisiting that child, revisiting that trauma. And if you're too afraid to do it on your own, then seek help with God. God will hold your hand and walk with you right back down that road, down that dark and scary road. He will guide you. He will show you in certain instances where you may have felt alone that He was there, that you weren't alone, that you were loved, that He had a plan for you. That inner kid will thank you, and you will feel free. You will be a 1,000% full version of yourself. You'll be your current adult version of yourself while still being intertwined with that child version of yourself. And that's healthy. You want to be able to stay in tune with the inner child. All the people that I've met that have always had a positive attitude, that have always been fun to be around, they've always been in tune with their inner child. They weren't afraid to be goofy. They weren't afraid to laugh at the things that they wanted to laugh at. They weren't afraid to take the chances that they wanted to take. They weren't afraid to follow their curiosity. They weren't afraid to learn from their mistakes. They weren't afraid to make mistakes. That's what I mean when I say to tap into your inner child. Because children are fearless. I don't know if y'all have ever been around a kid before, but hey, you do something, you say something around a kid, they may say something even more outlandish back. A kid is not afraid to say what's on their mind or what comes to their mind until they're told, hey, don't say that. Don't do that. That's not normal. And a lot of the times, the people that did tell us this are people that didn't grow themselves, are people that were living and instilling these things in you based off of the things that they were taught and that they learned in their experiences as a kid. And their experiences as a kid may have not been the most healthy. So that's what I mean by saying tap into your inner tapping into your inner kid, tapping into your inner child, and allowing yourself to, I got cat hair and freaking nose run. My bad, y'all, but that's what I mean by saying, or whenever I say to tap into that inner child, to grow and heal from it. Any kind of trauma that you may have dealt with, to grow and heal from any kind of problems you may have faced. You have the power to do that. You have the opportunity to do that. You have the opportunity to change the course of your bloodline. You have the opportunity to change the way that you parent. You have the opportunity to be the best parent that you can be. And that's all by taking the time and fully healing, making sure that you're not raising your kid based off of a fear that you had when you were to make sure that you're not raising your kid based off of a fear that you picked up when you were a kid because your parents parented you this way, or disciplined you in this way, or someone in your life did this to you in this way, you know? So right now, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys had a blessed and amazing day. Hope you guys remain blessed, remain thankful, remain grateful. You guys continue moving forward. You guys continue making progress. Keep God in your life. Keep faith. Keep chasing. Keep moving forward. And I'll see y'all in the next one. And y'all go and have a conversation with that inner child. See what he's thinking. See what she's thinking. See where their mind's at. Set them free. Y'all do these things and I swear y'all will be an adult. Y'all will be fully grown and fully developed. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I put some kind of gem into this video that someone can take and apply into their own lives. And I hope you guys stay blessed. And again, keep God in your life. Keep God in your life. But y'all stay blessed, and I will talk to y'all in the next one. See y'all.